Hello, and welcome to our Museum Monday bonus video on paper marbling. My name is Heidi Taylor Caudill, and I'm the curator of the Audubon Museum at John James Audubon State Park in Henderson, Kentucky. In this video, we'll be focusing on the marbled end papers and cover of the Audubon Museum's original double elephant folio set of John James Audubon's Birds of America, one of the rarest and most beautiful books ever published. Our copy is one of the 120 complete sets known to exist today. We'll talk briefly about what paper marbling is and how it is traditionally done. We'll take a closer look at the marbling patterns of the end papers and cover of our set of double elephant folios. And finally, I'll recommend a fun hands-on art project that will help you to practice paper marbling at home. So let's start with some background information on paper marbling. Paper marbling is an old art tradition that spans many cultures. It is a printing method that creates effects resembling natural patterns in marble and other rocks, which is why it's called marbling. Paper marbling is created by floating different colors of ink on the surface of a water-based solution. Swirling or dripping ink with pipettes, sticks, combs, and rakes creates a pattern that can then be transferred onto paper or cloth. After gently laying the sheet of paper on the surface and allowing it to absorb the colors, the paper is lifted, rinsed, and hung up to dry. Only one print can be made from the mixture, and so each sheet of paper is unique. For centuries, artists in Europe have used marbling for decorative purposes. By the time John James Audubon was selling his engravings for the Birds of America to subscribers, marbling had become an important part of bookbinding. Bookmakers used sheets of marbled papers on the inside of fine books and sometimes the outside covers, as seen in the Audubon Museum's set of double elephant folios. These books contain all 435 prints from Audubon's Birds of America publication. The original subscriber, Thomas Walker, had the prints bound into 4 volumes. These are very large books, and each weighs approximately 50 pounds. We keep one book open on display, turning the pages every month so that our visitors can see a new image. And what visitors don't usually see are the end papers at the front and back of the books, which are shown here. These marbled end papers are a beautiful addition to the folios and set them apart as a fine object. It's something for the owner to cherish and take pleasure in viewing. The pattern is complex and contains vibrant shades of blue, red, pink, and yellow with drops of brown. We think it is an example of the zebra pattern, which was popular in the 19th century. Visitors do have the opportunity, though, to see the outside covers of the folios, since we keep 3 of the volumes closed. Most people tend to pass by these books without examining the pattern, but it really is worth taking a closer look. We believe the pattern is possibly a bird wing pattern, which would have been an interesting nod to the content of the folios, which are Audubon's illustrations of the birds of North America. I'm not an expert on paper marbling patterns, but if anyone could help us identify the patterns of the end papers and the cover, I would welcome your advice. The pattern of the cover papers is really pretty with some swirled, feathery lines and intense shades of orange, brown, and black. So paper marbling is a fun activity, and recently our art educator, Mrs. Kim, shared a video on a paper marbling project that you can do at home using inexpensive tools and products. Experiment with different patterns and colors to see what you can come up with. The how-to video is now available on the Audubon State Park YouTube channel. So please consider also becoming a subscriber to the YouTube channel and look for John James Audubon State Park on social media. Museum Monday videos are researched, produced, and narrated by me, Heidi Taylor Cottle, curator of the Audubon Museum at John James Audubon State Park in Henderson, Kentucky.